Get out the bag. Open the bag. Open the bag. Let's go. Come on.
You know I'm about a third short of the fuel you promised me.
Come on, get it up.
I need at least 80,000 gallons a day.
Blast off, get the uppers on, get the standpipe on, let's go! Come on, baby! Come on.
Fuel.
Let's go.
We got the road closed. We're ready for them whenever they get here.
They must have it to move the battle. Choppers, trucks, Marines. So this is one solution.
Sorry, Stick, I don't know what you're trying to pass.
Yesterday, this was just a wide spot in a 4-lane highway. Today, it's a full-fledged airport.
Marines take pride in their ability to sustain themselves with portable fuel tanks, pumps, ammo, and provisions.
Support all the different the pieces of the pie that we have in the Marine Corps. The ground side, the support side, and the air side at a forward location. And really, we're the only service that can do that, and we can do it on very short notice.
The Marine instant airfields are built.
I never have landed on a highway. This is a first for all of us.
Then moved closer to Baghdad. They're named after ballparks. The first was Wrigley Field. This is Qualcomm. Next will be Fenway. They also serve as crash pads for Cobra crews working night patrol duty.
My second round was here in the tail, basically just another small arms round.
Last night, Captain Dan Tillicock got shot at.
Round just went straight through. No harm, no foul, so we're good to go. We're still in the game.
He and his fellow pilots hope the next contest will be an away game in Baghdad. Byron Harris, Channel 8 News, Central Iraq. On a 2-lane road 18 miles from Baghdad, Marines take a risk.
Should be empty.
An Iraqi tank peeks from under camouflage. Does it hold death, or is it an empty threat?
Okay, let's call on the grid coordinate.
In a mud hut not far away, a handful of Iraqis take an even bigger risk. They reveal their true thoughts to us, but they ask us not to show their faces.
Even this kid will be butchered if they know that we receive you with...
Over tea sweetened with precious sugar, they explain brute force in their country. As Hussein Kamal of Kuwaiti TV translates.
Whoever demands his rights will be executed. They execute not only that who demand or oppose not just him, they execute 7 of his family also.
Saddam's muscle, the Republican Guard, was here 3 days before the Marines arrived. Then they left. But for a decade before that, they drained Iraq.
Infrastructure of torture in this country, so many, but none was used to save the population and the people of Iraq. He says, we don't want anything from you but to free our country, and we want action, not talks.
To equal their hospitality, Marine Colonel J.J. Pomfret gives them the gift of pure water. Water for irrigation is the only way these farmers have to grow their crops. But because they're Shiite Muslims, not Sunnis like Saddam Hussein, they are cut off. These farmers say they will build a sculpture in their hearts of America for what the Marines have done, to replace the monuments of him that are disintegrating across their nation.
Right. I've become pretty well known around the unit here.
Welcome to Gunny Clem's Salon of Beauty.
Fortunately, most of these guys don't expect to walk out like Serge from Hollywood Boulevard did their hair.
Slip a garbage bag over your head and take a seat.
I got a lot of IOUs for a lot of beer once we get back to the States.
Gunny Greg Clemenson, that's gunnery sergeant to non-Marines, has a full-time duty.
My real job is the nuclear, biological, and chemical defense boss.
He helps units protect themselves against chemical attack.
Don't worry, I won't leave you hanging now.
A few years ago, he discovered he had a talent.
And everybody was screwing up so bad, and I figured, well, my mother had done time as a beautician, and I'd watched it growing up, so I gave it a shot, and I found I had a pretty good hand at it.
And Marines have a need.
Out in the field, you can't have long hair. It just all it does is collect bugs and dirt.
On a slow day, he'll sculpt a dozen high-end tights. That's Marine talk for a hardcore haircut.
I've done everyone from full bird colonels down to the privates.
All know where to find him. Only a few have discovered Gunny Fahey's Desert Espresso Cafe, however.
I'm making some cappuccino, French vanilla.
During the last war in Iraq, Gunny Dennis Fahey learned that a few perks can mean the difference between survival.
There you go.
Thank you, Gunny.
Want some coffee?
And marine luxury. It is instant coffee, but it's not what he starts with, it's how the brew ends up.
Got a little bit of that froth on the top there, you know, it looks pretty good. In fact, if Starbucks is hiring when I get back, they're looking for somebody in a manager position, you know. There you go. It's a little hot, so.
Never had better. Byron Harris, Channel 8 News, Central Iraq.
Yeah.